now we have to do this again. Now you're gonna have to see my pretty dirty face again. Okay, let's do this again. I already did it, but there was no room on my computer or cell phone. Anyway, I'm gonna walk up to the tractor. I'm gonna look the Freightliner in the fucking face, and then you know what I'm gonna say? Clearance lights, headlights, high beam, low beam, parking. No, not parking. Turn signal, brake lights. Wait, we're not done yet. 4 ways, turn signal, left, right. I'm tired. I see my eyes are red, but we're gonna continue. Then we're gonna look under the cab and wait. Probably not secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, and also all proper colors and working condition, along with the suspension leveled. There's nothing under my cab. No dragging metals, no dragging rubber, no dragging anything. No puddles, no coolant, no oil, no transmission, no engine oil or engine fluid. And then we're gonna go over to my left side, which is the right side of the tractor, which is the passenger side. We're going to see the alternator, which is belt driven. All belts, 1.5 to 3/4 inch plate, not ripped, not torn, not frayed. Alternator properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken. And then we're going to go to the exhaust system, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken, not leaking, no signs of soot, and also properly mounted, secured. And then we're going to go to the other side, and then we're going to see the COP, cooling, oil, and also power steering fluid. Now, if they have a problem with that, that's not my problem. Power steering fluid is going to be connected to the power steering gearbox. That has the the high-powered hoses and the low-powered hose. The low-powered hose is rubber, the high-powered hose is metal. And then we're going to go to the steering linkage system with rods and pins and all those nice things. So we're going to talk about the pitman arm, the dry linkage. And then we're also going to talk about the steering knuckle, which is also connected to the tie rod ends, which all is connected with castle nuts and held together with coddle pins. And then from there, we're going to go right back up to the air compressor with air lines, and my air compressor is gear driven. My air lines are not cut, not torn, not frayed. My air compressor is mounted secure and properly working condition. And also we're going to have the power steering pump along with that. Next to that, we're going to have the water pump, which is belt driven, mounted secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, and in working condition. Then we're going to go to my brakes, my brake hose, and my brake chamber, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken. My brake chamber is not leaking. My brake hose are not ripped, not torn, not frayed. And then we're going to go to my brake linings, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. Also, we're going to go to my rim. My rim is properly mounted, secured, no illegal welds, properly not cracked, not bent, not broken. Then we're going to go to the lug nuts. Lug nuts are all there. All 10 of them are there. No rust trails to indicate any seepage. We're also going to see, we're not going to see any thinning or metal thinning, whatever you want to call it right now. I'm in the bathroom saying this. Anyway, we're going to go inner oil hub seals and outer oil hub seals, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken. My tire for my drive tires are properly mounted, secured, not cut, not torn, not frayed, no abrasions. On top of that, they're 430-inch depth, and as well as the drive tires on the driver's side, there's going to be 4 of them. There should be no obstructions because there's going to be bulb tires behind these tires, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken, not ripped, not torn, not frayed, as well as there might be axle seals. If not axle seals, hub seals. But anyway, we're going to go right back. And along with these tires on this side, we're going to connect all of this with the frame that goes from the front to the rear. And then from there, we're going to go and make sure that, not to forget, the alternator has wires that are connected to it. They cannot be cut, torn, or frayed. This carries electricity that goes through the entire system within the tractor, which goes into the trailer. And along with the air lines, that reaches to the back of the cab to the trailer. So Then we're going to, Odaisy right back to the side of the cab where the door is. Door hinges. Door properly opens, closes, properly sealed, not ripped, not torn, not frayed, properly mounted, secured. Mirror mount works properly, clear of any obstruction or debris. And then we're going to go to the mounting or entrance stairs along with the catwalk, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken, no illegal welds, no obstructions. Then we're going to go to the actual DEF fuel. Has to be 1/8 of capacity within the fuel, properly mounted, secure. The cap has to be on there tight and in proper working condition. And we're going to go to the fuel, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken. And then we're also going to go and make sure that the cap is on there properly. And we're going to go to the compartment. The emergency compartment has 3 DOT reflective lights along with 10-pound BC fully charged fire extinguisher along with fuses and breakers. Then we're going to go to the back of the cab and we're going to make it magic drive shaft with U-joints. But let's not forget, on my driver's side and on the other side is going to be control arm mounts for the front and the back with control arm bushings and U-bolts. Plus, with that, there's going to be a hydraulic spring that should not be leaking at all. Properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken. We're 6 minutes in. We're halfway done. Now we're going to go to the shoulder board of the trailer. But before we say any of that, we have electric lines and air lines properly mounted, secured from the tractor to the trailer through glad hands. Glad hands have to be properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken, not leaking. My service lines have to be properly working condition, not ripped, not torn, not frayed. They have either air or energy, fluids. None of that should be coming out whatsoever. Now we're going to go to the coupling system, which is we're going to have the 5th wheel skid plate along with the mounting platform, the lock jaw, and the kingpin, which synchronizes with the shank. And also we have the mounting platform. Did I already say that? With the apron, no space in between, splash guard, mud flaps. And we also have within the brake linings for these drive tires a slack adjuster with a push rod, no more than 1 inch of play, and pins. And then we're also going to have, once again, brake hose with also airbags that should not be cut, torn, or frayed. My brake hose should not be cut, torn, or frayed, properly mounted, secured, along with my airbags, not ripped, torn, or frayed, properly mounted, secured. Not cracked, not bent, not broken, none of it. And also, we also have my trailer, which is starting from the shoulder, from the frame. We have cross members that wraps around the whole frame. That includes the trailer, which there should not be any holes, any rips. Everything properly mounted, secured, proper bolts, and in working order and condition. Lights on the trailer, DOT, reflective lights, also as well as DOT on the mud flaps at the back of the driver tires, as well as the back of the trailer tires, reflective DOT tape that wraps around the trailer from the front to the sides, from the back to the front. And that's on the mud, on the bumper, and as well on the door. Now, we have ABS lights and marker lights on the trailer as well. We have instant... it's an I in there, but I don't remember it, so it's just going to be there. Incendiary lights, I think. Indicator lights, not incendiary. But anyway, did I get everything? No, I didn't. I have to go to my tandems and my release pin, and we have a release arm, which I did not hopefully miss for my 5th wheel coupling system or 5th wheel area. But now we're going to go to the tandem release, and then that house also has either torsion bar, spring mount, or a control mount but that would be depending on what type of trailer they're going to have. I think I covered everything. I'm going to go over the paper once again. There's a lot of stuff to spit, but also on the back of my driver tires, which is on my cab, we'll have running lights, parking lights, reverse lights, four-way flashers. Also, you're going to have that on your trailer. You're going to have a license plate light, and all other lights should be in working order, properly mounted, secured, lenses not cracked. And then we're going to go into the next thing, which should be very obvious, my end cab. But before we can go to the end cab, I will inspect my passenger side as I inspected my driver's side. This will conclude my outside pre-trip. I'm going to hop in. I'm going to put my seatbelt in. And then I'm going to say, not ripped, not torn, not frayed, properly mounted, secured, latches, unlatches, as well as I'm going to look at my mirrors, make sure that they're adjusted towards me. I'm going to say they're not cracked, not bent, not broken, clear of obstructions. My window shield is not cracked, not bent, not broken, clear of obstruction, no illegal stickers. My wiper blades properly mounted, secured. My wipers and blades properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not bent, not broken. And as well as my wiper fluid works properly. I'm going to turn on to the electrical start position, and I'm going to let my gauges sweep and settle. All gauges should operate properly, as well as my ABS light comes on and off. And I should also have my oil, my water temperature, my DEF fuel and regular fuel gauges, along with my voltmeter, should be in the proper operational ranges, as well as my service horn and my city horn works properly. And then I'm going to go to my fan, turn it to high. I'm going to turn my heat to high. I'm going to turn my defrost on. My air should come from the top and it should come from the bottom. And then we're going to jump right into this magical thing called a tug test. But before we can do that, I have to remember to tell them, hey, guess what? My transmission is in neutral and I'm ready to start my tug test. Hopefully I did not forget this. I do apologize. I'm moving so fast, I'm recording myself to make sure I break the limit for that. And then we're going to do the tug test. Tug test is real simple. I'm going to make sure that my car is on, or the tractor trailer is on, and then I'm going to put my foot firmly on the acceleration, making sure to press and release my tractor brake. I'm going to push that in. I'm going to make sure that my trailer brake is out. And then I'm going to do the vice versa. I'm going to firmly tug on my tractor brake by pushing in my trailer brake, then releasing that to make sure that both brakes are working in a proper way where there is no, oh, well, we get to go. So how could I reverbiage that? I'm not in a truck right now. I wish I could say it better. I'm kind of tired, but we're going to continue. I'm going to do my tug test for my trailer and also my tractor. Once those are subsided and that is complete, I'm going to do my service brake. My service brake is pretty simple. I'm going to ask my instructor, do you want me to explain it or do you want me to do it? They're going to say explain it. So I'm going to say I'm going to firmly put my foot on my service brake. Actually, I'm going to firmly put my foot on my acceleration. I'm going to go approximately 5 miles per hour, and then I'm going to firmly put my foot on my service brake, at which point I should not tug to the left or the right to indicate any problems within my tractor or my trailer. Then I'm going to go into my 3-point brake inspection, which starts off real simple. I will bring my PSI down to 90 PSI. Then I will gradually let it build back up to 120 to 140 PSI until the governor cuts out. Do I have permission to assist? At this point, they're going to say yes or no, whatever. Then I'm going to turn off my engine, then put it into the electrical start. I'm going to let my air valves settle, and once they are neutralized, I'm going to test my air pressure. I'm going to hold my foot on my service brake for 1 minute, at which point I should not lose more than 4 PSI in an air combination vehicle. I think that's it. I'm going to go over that again. I should not lose more than 4 psi in a air combination vehicle. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Oh, wait, you're good. Now, I will bring my psi to 55 psi, approximately. And then at which point there should be an audible and a visual sound indicating that my pressure is in the danger zone. Then on my last and final maneuver for my brake test, my 3-point brake test, I will bring my pressure down to 20 to 45 psi, at which point both my air valves should pop out. At no point in time should I put my hands on my air valves to do anything. I will only do what the instructor tells me to do, because he is testing me. They're testing me to make sure that I know what the fuck I'm doing on the road. Now at that point, I should be doing maneuvers, and then I should go and drive. 15, 16 minutes. I think this is the quickest pre-trip you've ever seen in life. Done.